What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have the EFL Team of the Season tier list, and I'm pretty much going to be placing these guys from best to worst, what I personally think. Now the D section will actually be used for goalkeepers because I don't believe any of these players are into the D section. Let's all be fair. So D section will be used for goalkeepers, and then they'll be placed in order. There's only 2 goalkeepers, so first the one at the front will be the better and the one at the back will be the worst. But let's get straight into it. So Phillips for me was an outstanding player. He really was. In game, he didn't feel outstanding. He didn't live up to his, agility and stuff. But what a card he is. And I think by far he is the best card in the whole of the team of the season. Physical stats, defensive stats, pace, literally can do everything. Now, Dabo for me, he's top quality right back, to be fair to him. Pace-wise, defensive-wise, he's got the physical-wise as well. There's not much to say against Dabu, and I definitely do believe he is into the A section. Now, next, we do have Doyle, the 2-star skill move player. And for me, personally, if you have 2-star skill moves, you have to go straight into the B section, maybe even pushing into the C section, because for me personally, I can barely do it with 3-star skillers. So a person have 2-star skill moves, it's a bit of a sticky one. Now next we do have Kirk, the one player everyone didn't want in their EPL team guaranteed team of the season pack. He's not great, let's all be fair. The shot power, finishing, nothing is outstanding on this card. Yeah, he can run, but that's pretty much it. Now, we do have Williams up next. Williams, for me, he's an outstanding player. He is, but what slacks on him is his reaction time, his defensive awareness. He's not like top tier at all, and he slacks on intercepting the ball when it's going down the wing. Now, next we do have Whiteman, and for me, Whiteman has to be up here. Simply because he's an outstanding player. He really is. Defensively, he's out of this world. The guy's pace, if you put the right chem style on him, is stupid. Defensive stats is stupid. Physical stats are ridiculous. He's a top tier card. Now, next we do have White. Surprisingly, there's White man and there's White. We move on. Now, he is 6'1". He's got the pace. He's got the defensive stats. The physical stats are out of this world. And I don't think anyone can disagree with that. He has to go into the S section. Now, we have Watkins next. And Watkins, for me, he's never been top tier. And I don't believe... I'm going to put him in the A section. Do you know why I'm going to put him in the A section? Because his shooting and pace and dribbling ain't terrible. The only problem about this card is that he has a 3-star. This might be changed, though, 100%. But he's an outstanding card. Composure is what slacks on him. The 3-star with the composure is the worst bit about the card. But he really is. He's decent. Now, next we have Tony. Tony is one of those players that, once again, he's a 3-star. And I don't really like 3-star skill moves or 3-star weak for this year. But it's one of those ones, once again, his dribbling is good, his pace is good, and his shooting is ridiculous. So I am going to put him up there. Next, we do have Swift. And for me, Swift has been one of those players where he's good at everything, like defensive-wise, attacking-wise, giving you the presence on both sides of the pitch. But if we're talking about anything like top tier, he hasn't got one stat that really impresses me. Like, he's not amazing at going forward, and he's not amazing defensively. He's good at doing both, but it's not one of those cards that you need. You rather need a card that is amazing going forward and decent going backwards, or a card that's, good going backwards and decent going forward. You can't just have average, because you're never going to get anywhere. Now, next up, we do have Mitrovic. He has got the 3-star skill moves. He is also 6'2". But for me, personally, his stats are outrageous. Dribbling, he's got the pace, he's got the shooting, the guy can finish the ball, but he has to, it's a hard one, because his stamina, it's his stamina that kills him. He's 71 stamina. I don't believe he's on the level of Watkins, so I might actually have to put him down here, but I'm going to continue with Mitrovic up there, and I'm going to see how it goes. Now, Mateus Pereira, the guy that's the left-footed god. For me, personally, I absolutely loved using this player, and I am going to put him up here simply because pace-wise, shooting-wise, dribbling-wise, passing-wise, ridiculous. Yes, the long passing slacks a little bit, but you also have to understand that what a card he was. I understand the 3-star weak foot is another kill about him, but for me, he was Messi 2.0 when I used him. Now, Jacobson, another player that is really good defensively, but nothing that literally makes me It makes me look at him like, wow, this card is ridiculous. Yeah, he's good at defending, the physical stats as well, pace as well. But I am going to put Jacobson... I'm going to put him... I don't know. I feel like putting him up here. I'm going to put him here for now. If there's a B+, I would put him there 100%. Then next we have this guy. He's got the pace. He's got defensive stats, the physical stats as well. But it's his... I believe it's he's like dribbling. His agility-wise is not ridiculous. Yeah, he's a good card to be fair to him. I'm actually going to put him up here. Why not at the end of the day? But next up, we have got Henry. Henry... He's not terrible. It's just what slacks on him is like passing wise. He's so bad at passing. And I believe it's like finishing or shot power. It's one of those stats as well. But pace wise, he's ridiculous. But I'm never going to put him in the A section. Next, we have, I believe as you pronounce it, is Goody. Now, people sleep on this card. And I do believe this card is up here. The reason? He's 6'5". With, I believe it's 92 agility. The pace is ridiculous if you put the right chem style. Defensive stats are out of this world. And physical stats are out of this world. I believe the only thing that slacks on this card is ball control. But I, without a doubt, know this card is an S section. An 84 rated going into this section, though. I believe that's the first ever time we have seen that. Now, Izzy. Izzy, for me, is the long passing which slacks on him, but he's so good dribbling. Pace-wise, it's ridiculous. Shooting-wise, it's ridiculous. Strength definitely needs a bit of work, but it's his long passing that will kill him, especially in a cam position. And I do believe he has got the 3-star, I think it's the 3-star skill moves, or the 3-star weak foot. I can't remember which one it is, though. Now, Curtis. It's another player that really can't pass well. Like, the long passing is not outrageous. Shooting stats are not great as well, so I am going to put Curtis down here. Next up, we do have Cash. And Cash is not a terrible player. Yes, his strength is one of those ones that slacks a lot. And I do believe it's his interceptions and his reactions as well. So I am going to put Cash down here. Next up, we have, I believe is how you pronounce it, Benarama. I believe is how you pronounce it. Now, this card is ridiculous. So honestly, is. If you guys haven't used this card yet, please go and test him out. What slacks on him the most is his strength. His strength and aggression is the biggest killer about him. He is 5'8". He's got ridiculous shooting, pace-wise as well, dribbling-wise as well. Ridiculous. Now, 6'4", Ajayi, I believe is how you pronounce the name. Defensive stats out of this world. Physical stats out of this world. Pace-wise is out of this world. And he even has nice agility. And for a 6'4" player to have nice agility, quite a surprise to be fair to you. But I do believe he is up there. Now we go on to the goalkeepers. Goalkeepers is Rodak and Palmer. Now for me, Rodak I believe is 6'4". And there's Palmer that I can't remember his height correctly, but let's all be fair. Rodak is miles ahead of, better than Palmer, simply because of like the handling. Palmer's one of those players that if you shoot against him, he'll always tap it into the person's space. But we are going to look at this one more time. And I want to see if I've done something that I shouldn't have done. It's just interesting to see. Now, we have Phillips White. I 100% agree with those players. Mateus Pereira, absolutely ridiculous. The only thing you can argue is the 3-star weak foot, which I can low-key agree with. But how good he was in my review, I don't believe I can give anything lower than that. You got Godey, which is 6'5" and absolutely ridiculous stats. 5'8", Benaramo, and the only thing that slacks him is strength. Not an issue at all. Ajayi, which is 6'5". No, sorry, 6'4". Sorry, this one's 6'5". This one's 6'4". Same thing. I believe he should be up there because everything else is outrageous on him. Dabo, yeah, definitely. White man, people sleep on this card. They honestly do. He's an outstanding CDM. I do believe he is also 6'1". The way he interception reach, the way he defensive stats, standing, tackling wise, physical stats, pace wise, ridiculous. 3-star, 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 3-star. But that's pretty much the only weakness between Tony and Watkins. Also, composure stat on Watkins is also a bit of a sticky one. 6'2", Mitrovic. Yeah, he's got the pace, he's got the dribbling, he's got the shooting, to be fair to him. But it's one of those cards that it's a 3-star skill move, so I can't really put him up here too much. He's also really good as well with pace, defensive stats, and physical wise, so that's why he is there. Easy, sorry, I don't believe he deserves to be up there. I don't. Yeah, he's got the stats to be fair to him, but if there was an A+, that's where I would put him. I wouldn't put him in the A section if there was an A+. Doyle has to go there. 2-star skill moves. Come on now. Williams, for me, has to go there as well because of his reaction time and defensive awareness. Swift, not amazing at anything, but there's a few qualities aspects to him. Jacobson. Maybe Jacobson could go up. I believe if we're like comparing Jacobson and Williams, I would definitely put Jacobson over Williams. So I'm going to move Jacobson up there. Henry deserves to be there because of the passing. Curtis, same thing. Passing is not great. Cash is one of those players that the strength and physical stats are not outrageous. Let's all be fair. And Kirk is the player that no one wants to get into the EFL guaranteed guaranteed SPC. But that is going to be my EFL tier list. I believe it's correct. Maybe the only player that you could argue is Easy up here. But other than that, all of there's some cards that a lot of people do sleep on. And if you're going to do one of those team of the season, full 11 team of the season for the EFL, you won't be disappointed because there is some insane players, especially this year, that have got in with amazing stats. But if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and for now, peace.